Hello, happy Tuesday. So today's video is a 30 items in 30 minutes declutter challenge. Minimalistic, clutter-free, stress-free, all of the good stuff. I've been actually waiting to do this video. I saw this challenge like probably 8 months ago. It was going around social media, 30 items in 30 minutes, get rid of in the house. And I wanted to do it, but I was waiting for some news before I participated. Well, we got that news recently. So we are moving a house again. My husband has another promotion, so he's going further up in the ladder, which is amazing for him, and it requires a different location, and so we need to move. So that is a perfect time to start the process of decluttering this house. And let me tell you, there is a lot of items that I have got to get rid of before we move, because this house is a 3-story townhouse, and since we moved here we have brought more things. So I want to go into a kind of a smaller property. We don't need such a big house anymore. I'd like to get a new build but smaller in size. So that's our goal for the summer. So we're going to be heading off in the summer to our new location. So I went through the house top to bottom, 3 floors, kitchen, dining room, lounge, office, and then the bedrooms upstairs. And I have found the products that I am getting rid of this month. I'm going to do the 30 items in 30 minutes next month as well. I'll probably do one right until we move, just to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So let me show you what I've got so far in my little decluttering process. You'll have seen from the footage. I have got various different items of clothing, 2 dresses upstairs, which I got rid of first, and a pair of shoes. Then I moved into the cupboard area in the kitchen, and I found a ton of mugs, which I don't use. These pink and green mugs I've never used. They're just in the cupboard. And obviously it's quite dangerous because I stack the mugs, and you'd have seen on the footage, one of the mugs actually fell down onto the little service area, and it's obviously not very safe for that to happen. So lots of decluttering in the kitchen cupboards. We have got this Christmas mug. I was going to take this to the charity shop, but I'm asking here on the footage, is it acceptable? Is it suitable? Because it's got scratches on the inside. And of course, I don't want to take something that's not like good quality to the charity shop. So I think I'm going to ask the question at the charity shop, will they accept that mug? The rest of the mugs can be like, well, they're all perfectly fine, they're washed and clean. But of course, you can just whack them in the dishwasher. I'm also taking this plant. My mum's got 2. I bought 3 from Home Bargains last year. 2 are at my mum's house, 1 is going to the charity shop. And then again, this pair of mugs, I've used these before. I didn't use the pink and green, but these speckled pink ones I've actually used, but we don't use them that often. So they're going to the charity shop, and they're going to go to a new home. I also got rid of food storage items. So the pottery bowls which you saw were from Costco, and they just store our food in. They used to come with microwavable lids, but I've lost all the lids. So all the bowls are going straight to the charity shop. They would make nice little summer salad bowls, things like that. And I'm also getting rid of some of my sweet jars. I do sweet tables for parties, for family. I've talked about it before. I have probably, not, I was going to say hundreds. I don't have hundreds of sweet jars, but I have a few sweet jars of different sizes. The trouble is, where we are now, we've got a kitchen island in the kitchen, which we're very lucky for. It's a luxurious little thing to have. But it means that we can store lots of big jars in the shelving of the kitchen island for space. We don't have to take them into the kitchen cupboards. We don't have to put them into the garage. We can store them. The idea of where we would like to move to in the summer, we've already looked at houses, we've got an idea in mind. We want to get a new build, and we might not get a garage, so we don't have the space. We just don't have the storage space. So the sweet jars are going to have to go. I'm going to take 1 to the charity shop this month, and I'll figure out a plan for the rest of them, because I would like to keep them, but I just don't know where. The other item I found lurking around in my dining room downstairs, just like in the corner of a cupboard, was this vase. I got it from Primark. It's the spotty black and white vase with the pink base. It's lovely, but it's just not my style anymore. And these flowers, I've had them for about 8 years. I'm not even joking. They're from the range. They're a beautiful little winter bunch of flowers, but again, I've had them for so long, they are just not my taste. So they are going to go to a new home. Hopefully someone will take those from me at the charity shop. And the last item in the kitchen before I take you to the office is this Percy Pig jigsaw. This was the bane of my life. 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was a 2-year-old Christmas present from my in-laws. So this was like, they brought it in 2021, I think. This jigsaw is super hard. So I managed to do like a tiny bit. I got the edges and was able to do probably like a third, but I couldn't complete it. I'm basically saying I'm a failure. I couldn't complete the jigsaw. I've given up with it. I don't care about quitting. Like, I'll happily quit along the way. I don't care. So that jigsaw is going to the charity shop. I've had enough of it. So that is going along with the rest of these items. I was really surprised actually how easy it is just to kind of go through your cupboards really quickly and pull out things you don't use. So the idea is you go to a space, like for example here in the office, and there's a couple of books here which I've read, and one of the like quote books which I will probably never like read again or go through again. So they don't need to stay there. They're just taking up storage space. So they're going to go. Also the Budget Eats cookbook that I brought out 6 months ago. I've still got one copy left, which I think I'm going to keep and frame. So that is my copy just hanging out there. But those two books are going to go because I've read them. I've used them. I don't need them anymore, so they're going to go into the pile. And then on the way up the stairs we're going to go into the spare bedroom. This was easy to do, going into the spare room and pulling out things that I'm not going to use or haven't needed to use in the last 6 months. Bedding. This is a spare duvet cover and flat sheet for the guest bedroom, and I don't need it anymore, so I've pulled that out. That's going to go. Then I went through the summer wardrobe. So I've gone through the wardrobe to get them 2 dresses, but in the spare bedroom I've got like an overspill of clothes. So in the summer section I pulled out 4 dresses. So I've got the long blue maxi dress, which is gorgeous. I've worn it before, but that's going. The green spotty one, this patterned one here. Then this wrap dress, I bought this about 3 years ago. It's from Primark. It's 3/4 length sleeves and a polka dot. I love the colour as well. And it like ties just underneath the bust area. The trouble is it just sits really awkwardly on my body shape. It doesn't suit me. So I've never worn it. So that's going to go to a new home and someone's going to get the wear out of that. The other item I was unsure whether to take or not to the charity shop. What I think is best is if I call them, give them a ring and ask, do they accept a bedding? Because I don't think they do accept bedding. I used to work for a charity and we used to say no to bedding. So I don't think I'll be able to take the duvet to the charity shop there. So I'll have to figure out a plan for that. I think the council can collect duvets. There's certain council schemes that will take your duvet from you. But I've got a double duvet and 2 pillowcases to get rid of. And then also these 2 books, I'll just flick them through and show you what's inside. The first one was a TikTok viral book. Everyone like 2 years ago was buying it in lockdown. It's a good read. It's just like a positive energy book. And then this other one was a birthday gift a few years ago. I've had read this many times, gone through it. It's just like a picture quote book, and like it's meant to be inspirational and inspiring, and it is. It's a lovely book, but it's time for that to go. So they're the 2 items that are going alongside the clothes. The last thing to share with you, the last of my 30 items that I am sending off to a new home out of this house, is this like hair stylist toolkit thing. So I've got this pink chest, which I bought from Home Bargains. The pink chest is staying because I just love it. It's a set of 3. But inside this one, it is absolutely cluttered with hair styling machines, is that the right word? Equipment, tools. So I've got my GHDs, I've got my like twister twirler thing. You can tell I'm really like not experienced in the hair care department. And I've also got a a hair dryer, not a hairbrush. What is wrong with me? But this tool here, I had this about 2 years ago for Christmas and I've never used it, and it takes up the most space. So all of these little extra bits you like put onto the top of that little tool, and you can either curl your hair, wave your hair, brush through your hair. I don't know what else he does. But obviously that's a lot of space that it takes up in the chest, and I've never used it. So going through that, I just thought that's one thing I definitely haven't used, don't really intend to use going forward. I've got my main like straighteners and hairdryer, and I do have some curlers. So I thought I'll get rid of it, and then it'll create a bit more space to just have this kind of to be able to shut and store nicely. Although I couldn't get the hairdryer to fit back into this with the nozzle, so I had to take the nozzle off the end. But now there's like 3 items in here, and I know what they're for, and I use them all the time, so I'm good to go there. And that is it. 30 items in 30 minutes. I have whizzed through this video, so sorry if it's fast. I really enjoyed doing this. It was a nice like burst of energy, and obviously it's decluttering's house, which is the main goal. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed seeing what I have done today with my life and take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.